Hey everybody, and in the video today I'm going to give you two different things that I've noticed on action. One is a productive form of action, and one is a non-productive form of action. And I've noticed them in myself, and I'm sure you can relate them to yourself. Notice when you're doing it and what comes up for you. Let's jump right into the video. Hello everybody. So this is going to be a shorter clip, and this is just something that I've recently been able to differentiate, and through experience, you learn from experience and you learn through repetition. You learn from failing, seeing what didn't work, in order to know what you do like and what does work for you. So through that process, I discovered two things. You have to differentiate between the type of action that you're taking. There are two types of action. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty more, but what I've noticed in my mind is that there's two types of action. You can take action on worry, feeling like this is something that you need to do, or you can take action and go through fear, which is something that you know you need to do. And I'll break those down very briefly. So one, if you're taking action on something you're worrying about, that's the first one I was talking about. That would be something where you're like, I need to do this, I need to do this. Even though you know that this is something that you don't actually necessarily need to do, but it's the worry and the fear telling you that this is what I need to do. Even though your intuition's telling you, no, you don't need to do that. It isn't an action step. It is something that you're afraid of and you're worrying about. So you start to take action. You start to keep trying harder and harder and harder because you're trying to outrun that worry. That's something that is unproductive, and that's something that doesn't necessarily get you closer to your goals at all. And the opposite to this is the action steps, which are going towards what you fear, what causes fear. And that's what you want. Just like from multiple videos previously, you can watch those about the terror barrier or the fear that's in your mind. What you want and what you're programmed with and what you're looking to implement into your life over these habits that you don't necessarily want for yourself, those are in the subconscious mind together. So it's uncomfortable, and the fear's saying, I don't like that. And it's just because what you're programmed with already is not comfortable with what you're putting in there, what you're getting involved with, what you want, that goal. So the action towards what you fear, both are going to be uncomfortable. If you're going towards the route of taking action on the thing you're worrying about, and you're worried and you're like, oh my God, I think I have to do this, and I'm stressing because I think I have to do this, and it's something that I think I should be doing. You're worried about it, like what if this, what if that, what if this, and you realistically know in deep down in your heart that it doesn't need to be done, but you're worrying and you're just taking action. And that's not necessarily even action, it's worrying and fear. Whereas the other side, where you're taking productive action towards your goals, you're taking action steps to get you closer to achieving that goal that you've written down, thought of, wrote out. And that's when actual fear will come up saying, this is uncomfortable, we don't like this. And that's simply because you're getting involved with what you need to do. And that's where you take action and you continue to make the decision every day. Decision is very important. Make the decision that you're going to do this. That I know that this is uncomfortable. The only reason it's uncomfortable is because those two things are in there, and I keep going towards what I want. You notice that because put it into perspective. You see someone that's doing what you want to do, or you might be the first person doing that thing, and you know that this is what you want, and you don't stop because it's not. The fear is imaginary. It's not real whatsoever. As you continue to go, if someone's in that place already, look at them, they're doing it, they had to push through this, and you see, I know that I'm okay, and relate it to other things in your life where you've pushed through that fear and you're where you want to be, because all that fear is trying to stop you. And if you stop in that fear, hey, that's okay. But if you continue to live that way and let that fear, and you just suppress it and say whatever, it wasn't meant to be, I've noticed for me that seeps into other areas of my life that I don't like how it does. I don't like how it makes me treat myself or others, because that fear is underlying everything. All you have to do is take rigorous and aggressive action towards those things that you're afraid of, because it's what you want. And as you do that, you'll notice the changes in your life, because you start to habitually do and live the things that you want. There's no choice to be not doing the things that you fear, because the things that you fear, again, it's not real. This is why it's so important to visualize it and live in that world of it already fulfilled. Because if you don't see what it's like to be, and you don't feel it, and you don't go there every day, you're going to start doubting or worrying yourself if this is actually what you want. But if you go there every day, when you go there every day, taking that action and knowing that this is getting me directly to that. For instance, the swimming. There's no thinking, there's no amount of thinking, there's no amount of trying to worry about it or rationalize it or anything that's going to get you there other than actually doing it and facing it. Because as you continue to do it and you continue to face it, you continue to rewrite a statement or think of a statement that is the opposite of the fear, of you already being past and through that what you want. Let's say it's for swimming, the fear of I can't breathe, or I'm afraid that I don't have enough breath. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am confidently swimming in the pool with all of my breath. And I do this with confidence, saying the complete opposite of it, and continue to repeat that in yourself, and say it, write it down multiple times, and just focus on that, because that's the true version of you that's past that fear barrier. And you know that that's true because that's why you're going for it. But people stop because of that fear that comes up. Focus on what does work. Focus on the end, because it's already done. You're already there. And you continue to go towards it, and it comes towards you. The people, the circumstances, as you think about it more, the things, everything comes to you. So notice the two different types of action for yourself. Are you taking action about something you think you should do because you're worried or fearful, going against your intuition? Or are you taking action, making action steps, plans of action, and executing those to get towards your goals? There's a difference. Notice it for yourself. Pick the one that benefits you and that gets you towards your goals.